getting into select statement now. Select is about reading data from the table. We use a select statement to read data from the database object, to read data from the table. Now look at this. So it goes like select. The syntax will be like select, and with list of columns, what do you want? And you'll have a from class where you specify from which table do you want. And then where class is like when you want to have some data restrictions or when you want to put some selections on the fields, on the columns of the table. And group by is like when you use some aggregation functions like sum of, min of, max of, yeah, all this. You specify, let's say I want sum of amount, and you want that to be grouped by what? So you use group by function, group by class. The having class, let's say you would like to have a where clause on sum of net sales. So you have done aggregation on a field like say count of or sum of or min of, max of. And those aggregated columns, I would like to have a where clause. Then I go with having. So I've done sum of net sales. I would like to see where my sum of net sales is greater than 50,000. So I would like to put a condition on aggregated columns. Then I would use having clause. Then we can use set operator. We'll see when you want to set multiple sets of groupings. Let's say you want. I have some data and I would like to have different sets of groupings. I would like to group by year, group by customer, group by product, like this. Then I use the set operator. Then order by is for sorting the records in ascending order or descending order. And then limit is like say your table has got some 100 records, but I would like to read only first 10 records. Or we can also use offsetting. Say I would like to read from 11th record to 15th record. So it's a limit 5, offset 10. So it will offset first 10 records, then it will read 5 records. So we can use that limit and offset also. We'll see the examples. And to demonstrate on the select, I'm going to use these 3 tables again. I'm going to use this. You have a table called customer here again. Customer ID, city, country ID, region ID, company name, city name, country name, and region name. This is the data I've got in this table. And I'm going to use a table called product. And this got product ID, product name, description, category, and all this, line name, all this. Then I got sales data, fact sales, FCT sales. So you get to see order ID. Based on the order ID, I could know what is the product, who is the customer, and what is my, from this I have the net sales of this. Okay. So I'm going to use these 3 tables to demonstrate on the sales select statement. And all these 3 tables are in my Cubex SQL schema. So instead of always saying select from this schema dot table, I'm setting that schema out. Set schema. So for this session, Cubex SQL is a schema which has been set. Okay, I'm going to use that. Do you understand this? Select star. Star indicates what? All the columns of the table. So I'm saying all the columns from which table was customer. So there's no restriction on rows or columns. It does read all columns and all the rows. Straightforward. So from the customer table, it is written about me, all the columns and all the rows. So next is, I don't want to read all the columns. I would like to read only the country names from. I would like to read country names only from the table. So I'll say, select which column I would like to read, country name from customer. But there's no restriction on the rows. I would like to read all the rows, but only one column, which is what country name. Yeah. You see this countries listed out. And what is the name of the column you see? Listed out country names. Yeah. And I would like to give an alias name. I don't want that as country name. I want as a different name. So I'll say what? Select country name. Okay. As what? I would like to give a different name as country space some name from this table. So what is the column I'm reading? I can give alias name for the columns. You see this name is what? Country space name. Alias name what I give. Now, if I reading this select country names, it's just listing me all the countries. But do you see duplicate like Canada, France? You see duplicates here. I would like to see only distinct values. I would like to eliminate those duplicates. I'll say what? Select. I use the keyword select distinct country names. And what are country names I'm selecting? I would like to give alias name as what? Country names or countries. I want to use some. I want this name. So it just shows me only distinct ones. These are the countries what I have. So it does not show you duplicates. That's where I can use the keyword distinct also. Next is I would like to read two columns from this table. I would like to read customer ID and what? Company name. I can read. So you separate with comma, column name 1, comma, and what? Column name 2 from this table. So I select customer ID and company name. Both are being shown. Mm-hmm. These are the same one. Shall we use select star from? Yeah. For you will not find any duty. Saying is it only columns to rows to any table, whether rows to or columns to, you can always execute this selection. For you, it's no difference. It's all one table. But the internal mechanism is different for row store column, but the select can be fired on both. Column store is better. Select star is better when row. You can always fire on that also. Performance is bad. Now next one, select customer ID. I will just want to read all those way only where my country name is USA. So I'll just select customer ID and the company name from customer, and then you have a condition where saying country name is equal to USA. Is my country name an aggregated field or no? And is it like key figure or characteristic field? Characteristic field. So you go with where clause. If it is a method field, then it will be having fields. Okay. So I'm saying where my country name is equal to USA. This is mine, and USA is a string literally, so I put in single quotes. Mm-hmm. So these are the only customers who belong to USA. And I can also have reverse of the condition, say where not of country name equal to US means I would get to see all the customers who does not belong to USA. So there's a not of function, reverse of the function, or reverse of the condition. You get all others. Customer 1 was with US. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying now explicitly, I can have multiple conditions. So I can go with and or. So I'm going saying and. I'm saying I would like to see customer ID, company name from this table. Fine. Where my country is supposed to be USA and city name is supposed to be New York also. So these are the only customers who belong to USA and New York City also. And if you want to see those names also, I want to see country name along with that. So what do you do? Mm-hmm. So that I can express, so I get to see their country and city also, but it's all USA and New York. Next same way, but I can also have multiple conditions with multiple where clause conditions with and or or. Or is like any one, and is when both. So I'm saying where my country is USA or UK. Let me see the country so we can understand that it is getting. So you see the country name is USA or UK. So it does show all those customers where my country belongs to USA or UK also. So instead of giving, is it like R is like multiple values, right? Instead of specifying multiple R's like this, can I use in operator list of values? I would say, so select customer ID, company name, country name from this table where my country name, I use this in operator when I want to go with list of operations, list of values. So I'm saying country equal to this, I can give pass a list of values. In the parenthesis, you list of the columns, values. It's the same result either with R or this. Then I would like to go with this. I would like to see all those customers where my country name starts with U. So I would like to see customer ID, company name, country name, where my country name starts with capital U, and then when I give percentage symbol, it's like wild card for n number of characters. Of character guard. Once it starts with U, it can be n number of characters. It does bring all everything. See, do you get USA also? Actually, USA is 3 characters. So if I say U percentage symbol, it's n number of characters after U. Okay. So I use this like operator where country name like U percentage symbol is like n number of characters. But if you want to say only those country names where it starts with U and there's only one character after that, then I will say hmm, underscore. Underscore is a wildcard representing single character. Percentage is a wildcard representing n number of characters. Star laga. And I'll say U star. U తో స్టార్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ ఉండేది ఏంది ఓన్లీ యూ. Okay. Next, I can also go with multiple like or, except. But if you want to control the precedency of the conditions, you use parentheses. So let's say what country name equal to USA, country name equal to UK, and this. So I want this condition first, equal to this condition. So I'll say I'll have the parenthesis in of this. So which will evaluate R first, then it joins the results into this AND condition. I can have multiple conditions with AND or, and if you want to check the precedence of the conditions in the where clause, you can use parentheses. Mm-hmm. And then this is okay, right? I can also use apart from equal to, I can use logical operators like let's say equal to one means what? Does show me entire row of customer ID equal to bin one, and I will say show me star all the columns from this table where my customer ID is less than 5. It does show me all the customers with less than 5. Can I say less than or equal greater than 110? I have 120 actually, so greater than 110 it just shows me rest of the custom. I can use greater than, less than, anything like this. And this is like not equal. I can use either this symbol or this symbol. మన అదాప్లు ఇది వాడతాం సిలో you can also either use either of these conditions for not equal to. Not equal to 1, it does show me everything except 1. And same this you can also use this operator saying not equal to also. It does not show 1, rest show others. Yeah. Same way, select star from this table, you can say greater than or equal to normal, all logical operators. You can use. Okay. Okay, fast symbol, you pretty much know this. Now, so I can also use this between operators. Okay, select star from this table where customer ID is between 1 and 5. So I can also specify the between from value and to value range. Yeah? It only gives 1 and 5, including both the values. Okay. And I can also say reverse of this, not between 1 and 5, so it just shows me from 6. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm using another table called demo merge. Then delta demo merge. Now I see order date and region is blank, right? So now again the record show me those records from this table where my order date is not initial, not null. I can use null here. One other initial was null. When I say not null, it shows me only which are not blank. But if you want to see which are blank, then what is it? Where order date is null. At is initial until it is null. So you can also use this operators null and not null also. Okay. In Kodiga. I can also use contains operator where I want to say show me all those strings which contains this part. I have substring. I want to check across all those which all the strings which contains this part of the string. I can say predicate. I can say select star from this table where contains what which column is if company name contains what zap car dot if complete string substring ekkurunna it will give me that. This could be part of any substring whether starting or middle or what. There's only one part. Okay. అదే నేను సేపు పొందాలనుకుంటాను. the first customer recipe. Okay.
Muted.
Increase it. I can suppose if I reduce this to say 0.2 match అయ్యేదే కావాలి. So తగ్గితే ఎక్కుతానే అదిగా I want to be more near. So yeah, higher the number, it's more nearing to the string. And so I'll say 0.9. It does show me exact one which is matching. If I reduce, it does show me more fault tolerance. One అంటే అన్ని దాని దగ్గర ఎక్కడ మ్యాచ్ అయినా వస్తాయి. కార్పు ఎక్కడ సిఓ మ్యాచ్ అయినా ఎంత కంటే అంత నువ్వు వెయిటేజ్ ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు. యూ కెన్ సీ దట్ వెయిట్ ఐ విల్ స్కోర్ రైట్ చూడు ఇది 0.2 ఇది ఇది కొద్దిగా సిఓ కార్ప్ మ్యాచ్ దీని వెయిటేజ్ చూడు 0.5 అంటే ఎక్కువ మ్యాచ్ అయిపోతే వెయిటేజ్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. సో నీకు ఎంత వెయిటేజ్ లో కాల్ రిజల్ట్స్ ఆ వెయిటేజ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకో. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ పొజిషన్. Very useful because normally when you go to Google, when you start typing something, you get Ajax kind of stuff. Same way when you're developing SAP UI5 applications, let's say you have a text box where user have to type in company name. If I enable fuzzy search for it, for Kortunte, automatically when if I type in A, B, C, it shows me all the possible customers with those naming, either back or front or middle. It shows me the help. Ajax laga, you can get that. So there they use a fuzzy search concept. So the lower the value, nearing to it, higher the value, you're going away from more fault tolerance. Hmm. Then we can use this aggregation function like sum, min, max, all this. No, I'll say I have this fact sales, right? I just want the total of complete net sales of it. I'll say select sum of net sales as what? Alias name is total sales from this table. So it shows me complete aggregated value. This is so much of this value. Or I can say count of what does this do? Count of star from this table. Count of this gets me count of records from the 38,650 records. And I just want to get the minimum value. Now 0 ఉన్నాయి కొన్ని. Min is 0. Yeah. I want to get the max of it. So maximum value is something around 1,68,000, 16,85,000 or something. Okay, let's. Okay. See now how to load bulk data. We'll discuss on the loading later, boss. Don't worry. Fact sale. Now let's say I have this fact table. I have got customer ID and I've got net sales. I want two columns from this table. So if I just say customer ID, correct? It's not in customer table, that is in facts. You see this customer IDs, but do you see this customer has been repeated here? see duplicates, but I want that to be grouped. I would like to do aggregation on that. So when I want to, when I want grouping, I'll say what group by. But when I'm grouping those means what all the records of same customers should be grouped up. So say let's say I've got record with 71 customers, 71 customers. What it should take? రెండు రికార్డ్ 71 రెండు కలిపేసుకుంటే ఏ కస్టమర్ తీసుకున్న నంబర్ 71 తీసుకోండి. Let's say for one record revenue net sale is 10,000 and other record net sale is 20,000. What should it take? Add up to that. So then I'll say what I'll say sum of net sale. Select customer ID. So when it is grouping those records, what aggregation function do I need to do? So I'll say select customer ID, sum of net sale from this table where group by customer ID. So now you see 71 records grouped up. All 71 are grouped. So like this, we can aggregate those records by performing the group by function. And whenever you have an aggregation function, associated with the characteristic fields, it must be present in the group by mandatory. Either there. When we are using group by having clauses mandatory, no. Saying group by is my having clause mandatory, no. If you're using group by and now you would like to have condition on this aggregated field, I would like to say select customer ID, the sum of net sales from this group by this, and have where my sum of net sales is greater than 50,000. So I would like to have a condition on the sum of net sales, which is aggregated field. Then I will go with having clause. Otherwise, no. Yeah. What is it? Yeah. But if you want region and current, region is a different table. Country is also a different table. I can bring it out, but I need to go with join. Yeah. Country name. Yeah. From T1 comma. I should say T2 from table 1 join table 2 on if I have country here, I must add country name also. So I'll say this all is from T1, T2 dot, sorry, T1, this one is from T2. So you see this? So I have the grouping on this. Again, within that, they will be grouped by country. Back కావాలంటే ఒక కంట్రీలో కస్టమర్స్ make more meaningful. So you'll have say now first it is grouping on North Europe. Within the North Europe, we got 78 and 76 customers. First country wise, within the country and customer wise. But if you want, say first I want my result set as country wise grouping, then customer ID wise grouping, I can do set operator. I can have multiple sets of grouping also. Do we need to mention inner join? What is default without mentioning inner join also I can write from table 1, comma table 2, I can say where. I can also do this way. Nothing with I can also do this way also. Okay, but the thing is, when you have an aggregation function, mandatory. Okay? And group by must be specified for all the characteristic fields which are not aggregated on everything. This is okay. So next is you're having class. Say I'm selecting sum of net sales, customer ID and product. So I use group by customer ID and product. But instead of seeing everything, I would like to see all those where my sum of net sales is less than 50. So I've got to have a condition on the measure field, aggregated field. Then I go with what? Having class. On a big story, conditions are correct. Have double quotes. Okay. I get group, customer group product, and then I'm only see which is less than 50,000 only, not more than that. And same way, here I would like again, then I can use what? Order by. What is order by? For sorting it out. Same query, I'm just saying order by customer ID. You see this customer ID is 11122. It's been sorted across. By default, it takes ascending. And if you want descending, I can actually use a keyword what? DES, descend. You get to see the highest customer, 120 customer. Now say it's going to return lots of, if I just select this, it's going to return lots of rows for me, right? But I would like to only see the first 5 rows. Then I use what? Limit class, I'll say limit 5. Yeah? So not limit, when I say limit 5, first 5 of it. Choose first, మొత్తం రికార్డ్ చూసినప్పుడు first 5 is this. Remember 1, 2, 3, 16,000 something. So I'll say now limit 5. So 6, just give me first 5. Well, this time what I want is, I get so many from offset 5 and 10. Okay. Now what I want is, from the 11th record, I want 5, 15,000 till what? 48. And by eliminating the first 10, I want 11th record to 15th record. I'll say now limit 5. I want 5 records and offset 10 records. So I can go with limit and offsetting. So limit 5 records for me. By offsetting first 10 records it is, తర్వాత 5 records కావాలి. Okay, from group by having is okay, right? Just get 48, 11th record. Right, sub select, select into select also. No, I'm not talking. Okay. Now here, now look at this. What I'm saying, I think group by all this common. I have a where clause on customer ID. But what customers I want is with all the customers where my country name is USA. I'm saying, so select so and so and so, where my customer ID is visible and a sub select. Select will get into the result. and then we pass it to the group project. Is that correct?
Unmuted. Muted.
Mute lo irukku. Okay. Yeah. So I select this customers here. Now this select runs in, that returns me the customers, and that will as an input to my this workflow. So like this, I can also go with sub selects also. So only for customers of US, and from there it's only offsetting 5 records. First 10 records are offsetted, and then 5 records. Then I can use this set operator like union, intersect, except. Like say you got two selects, I would like to unify both. So, this is giving me customer IDs of US, right? 1, 2, 31, 32. And this will give me customer IDs of what? UK. And I would like to unify both. Yeah? So combine two results. I got two selects and I would like to combine result set of both then as a union. And then intersect. Let's say if you see company names, customer ID starting with T, 61 ఈ range లో చూడు, and then I'm saying company names ending with T, 2. So I want intersect. So intersect is like only common values from both. So 2 is the only common value with starting with T and ending with T. Now I can also have use except, say result set 1 except result set 2, means like A minus B. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And T, what is not in T is like this. And the two what is matching with it, and said except 2, it does show me everything. Then we can go with writing joins. We can go inner join, left out, all this, right? Why do we join? Basically, when you want to read data from multiple tables, you go about joining the tables. Now I want this. I want company name. I want like to see the company name from this table and net sales from this table. And how do I link up these two tables? With the help of customer ID. And I would like to have inner join. Inner join is what? Common values from both. So I would say select company name from table 2 and net sales from table 1. From table 1 as fact sales, from this table 1, inner join the table 2, where my T1 dot customer ID is equal to T2 dot customer ID. And I'm using this group by function because I have this aggregation function. This will be matching values. And same thing if you say left, same syntax, but if you say left outer join, it will be what? Matching plus unmatchable from the left operand also. And if you say same thing right outer join, it will be what? And your right outer join is this customer, so you'll get the matching values plus unmatched values from customers. Even the customer who did not perform transaction also would come out. Yeah. When I say full outer, it's like what? Almost A and B together. So except Just changing the type of join, the pretty much syntax is same. So I can go with joining with multiple tables. Let's say here I'm joining 3 tables. Select company name from one table, product name from one table, net sales from one table, and join my fact sales to customer first with inner join. Then again inner join this to the product with product ID. Then since I've got aggregation function, I'm grouping on company name and product name. And I want also having clause because I want to see only net sales were less than 50,000. And I would like to sort them on the descending order of the company name wise. Descending, so it comes with Z and it comes with. Basically, make it anything like this you want. This is pretty much the third. And I can also use what? Top 10. I can what I'm trying to do, look at this. I'm trying to get me company name and net sales. And then I want to see, and I'm good. Top 10 name, first 10 రికార్డులు చూపిస్తుంది అంతే. First, what I'm doing is just take this out. I'm defining query structure whether it does show me the customer's highest revenues at the top, highest net sales at the top by using what? Order by. I don't see any limit. So the one with highest net sales is at the top, and from there I would like to see 10 from there. And I'll say what top 10 customers. I only want top 10, top 5, what you want. Okay, boss. I can use top 10 plus. The next is like multiple groupings. Like say, I want simple. I just creating a table with ID and then what is it? Customer, year, and the sales. Okay, simple table. And I'm just inserting some values into this table, like C1 or something. T1 కదా. Are there any tables with data so that yeah, I'll queue those tables. This is my table, like C1 and year, product, and net sales. So this, if you see, I got 2 years, 2009 and 2010, and I got two customers, C1, C2. In 2009, I got C1, 2010 also I got C1. Okay. So I will do multiple grouping. I will say select customer, year, product, and sum of net sales from T1 to us. What a group by road పెడతారు నా group by with multiple sets of grouping. Also group by grouping sets. One is customer with year and customer with product. నాకు రెండు గ్రూపులు కావాలి. I want one grouping as customer with year and customer with product. So 2 double sets I'm going to get. So one is customer with year data and then customer with product. At multiple sets of groupings would this by using this group by grouping sets. Group and OT grouping other grouping over result, e grouping over result, multiple result sets you can bring. Okay. So, if you can write this, pretty much is okay. If you want to get in, I just sent you this document already, right? If you want to get into more, if you people who have not got this PDF, I sent you one PDF document. Who not got, please contact Vinod. Okay. You see this select, you can go in details. If you still want to get in depth, you can always get into this. Yeah. So we'll stop it here, and for you people to practice, what I'll do, these 3 tables I've got, right? I'll export them. I can export and then send you. Yeah? So I can export it like this. Export. Star and unknown. Export. Catalog objects. Column storage. సినిమా అంతా అంటే రావమ్మా చూద్దాం. చేయొచ్చు, ఒకటి కూడా సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలని నేను అనుకుంటాను. ఎతకాలన్నంత ఇంకా వదిలేసి. What other product? Yeah? I think pretty much these three tables should be. So I'm creating an export file from this. So what you have to do is you're getting and then say file, import the system, no? HANA, then you say what? Catalog objects, it will show this. Other bug levels. Import ante say import HANA catalog objects and then say and go to your corresponding file path. దాంట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి just select this. Take the index and that's next. Could not be. The folder name. Just import HANA catalog objects. Then just select the main folder itself. Okay. Then add this three tables. File go to import. If you say if there's anything, replace ante freeze. It will does import those three tables and you can start firing out this queries. Practice on this. Okay. It does import with the data. About access, 2500 is super fast, 1300 is normal access to the server. Yeah. He's doing customer segmentation because he's really struggling to maintain that server, so we can't do it. I can't bargain with him. I know how much he's struggling. Right? Yeah. Thanks. Tomorrow we'll. What is it? Huh? I'm going to send this file and then ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకుంటే అవసరం లేదు. మొత్తం టేబుల్ డేటా వచ్చేస్తున్నాను.